which kind of bleeds into Lebanon. Again, we had another highlight in our intro for the economic data about another I think it was 4.5 billion that Lily's putting into the LEAP district up here in Lebanon. And I mean, it's just like up and to the right for everything except for days on the market. Look at that, days on the market is 8 days on the market. I mean, that is unreal. That is unreal.
It may very well be unreal. Stay tuned for next month.
yeah, it might be. It might be. Average rent 1,700, which is, look at that, up 50% from last year, up 2% from last month. And then Lebanon says, who cares about your seasonality? My average rent's going up no matter what you do, no matter what time of the year it is, right? And then average sales price still very, very affordable at 251. I suspect that's going to go through the roof as well over the next couple of years. I mean, I know it is. As you see the homes shift, the population shift, everything shifting in Lebanon. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah. Before we get into any additional information you want to share using Zillow, which I think is valuable, I wanted to just add. I mean, talk about a great time for us to start adding Lebanon, which was added really by popular demand. People wanted to hear more about the Lebanon market as we talked about development that's happening in that area. But man, have the numbers. This is an area I do wish we were talking about this one a year ago. Like we are Anderson, because we are, by the time we got into Lebanon, which we're still early on, don't get me wrong, but we are seeing those dramatic number differences. I mean, look at your average rents year over year. I mean, if you compare us to any other informative source, I think we are super early on the market. But man, this could speak to, I don't know that we'll see quite this growth from Anderson, but I don't know. It's just, hopefully it's indicative of what we might be able to see long-term trends, where here we're seeing big jumps from these numbers. So it's just awesome to see these massive increases, right? Seasonality is not even a thing in Lebanon. The word is out about the development that's happening there, and people are jumping in. God, average sales price, man, at 251. Again, this is crazy. Last month, just to give you an idea, last month our average sales price was at 315, and the fluctuations here are going to be because of the growth that we're seeing there, where number of homes sold you'll see there is 18. So if we have a home that sells for 500,000, and then we have 4 others that sell for 150,000, well, those numbers are going to be so skewed when you pull out your median. So I mean, last month we were looking at an average investor price point at 315. So that just tells you it's going to be hard to gauge your average sales price, because there's so much difference between in lack of data only between 18 homes sold. So that's why you're going to see those massive changes there. So I would hold little salt with down 20% month over month and down 15% over. I wouldn't even worry about that whatsoever.
Yeah. I will say the one thing that we do need to highlight here for Lebanon is active homes. So we're seeing that trend up pretty significantly. September, for example, was 57. This month is 75.
Yep.
Actually, if you look right now, this is what I want to share with you guys. Very similar situation to the Westfield market, where we're seeing a huge increase, but it is in multifamily as well. So let me zoom in here just a little bit. If you can see, we actually go from 75 from when the October data was pulled to right now there's 106 available. So that's a huge increase. But zoom in, and then like it looks to me like maybe this 60 unit apartment complex just hit, and or this 20 unit apartment complex just hit, which affects those numbers tremendously. Because if I pull apartments and condos out, back down to 12 rentals. So there's only 12 homes available for rent right now in the Lebanon market. So if I'm multifamily, maybe I'm not super excited about going in there at the moment. But single family seems like there's lots of opportunities still for an investor here in the Lebanon market.
Yeah. And just to be super duper clear, the reason you wouldn't be super excited about getting into multifamily is because of the competition. Yeah.
you've got 80 other units that just hit the market. I mean, they're going to want to lease theirs up as quickly as possible as well. So it's, a little bit of a race to see who can get their stuff leased up first, which tends to lead to,
Lower
um,
prices.
yeah, lower pricing, incentives, all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
anyway, just wanted to highlight that although we are seeing an overall huge increase in the number of units on the market, it really helps to dive into those numbers and say, okay, well, the vast majority of that's multifamily, which isn't really competition for somebody looking for a single family. I mean, it is a teeny bit, but the overlap is pretty small
Yeah,
as far as
exactly.
people who are looking for that.